Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 3rd November 2025. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, please note we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are already available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So to access the training lessons at our channel homepage, click on the tab post. Then you get access to this post. This post is having 2 YouTube playlist links that are having all the training lessons. First one is having all the training lessons. Second playlist is having lesson 1.1 to lesson 8.2 examples videos. I'm clicking on the first playlist. Now we are into supply demand zone price action course. You just scroll down to the bottom of the page to access the first lesson. Here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these training lessons according to my training instructions. All the training instructions are available at our Telegram channel. I am providing the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. Please join at our Telegram channel and learn the complete course and be a good independent trader. Please make use of this opportunity. Okay, now I am generating supply demand zone reports. First I will generate finding the stocks near daily and 75 minutes demand zones, and from that list you can identify high priority, high liquidity demand zones, and you can apply high liquidity zone strategy that you learned in lesson 21.3 video. Okay, for daily time frame, stocks near to the daily demand zone, we got 5 stocks. Those who don't understand the structure of the report, complete lesson 21.1 video. In that video, I explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, let's identify high liquidity daily demand zones. Adani is having a high liquidity zone. Paytm is having a high liquidity zone. So total 2 daily high liquidity demand zones we identified from this list. I am giving you very few seconds time to watch the report. So I request you pause the video, study the report, and then proceed to the next report. Follow this rule for all the reports. Okay, next, for daily time frame, stocks near to the daily supply zone, we got 11 stocks. Let's identify daily high liquidity supply zones. Nuvama is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Syngen is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. TMPV is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. So total 3 daily high liquidity supply zones identified from this list. Okay, next time frame is 75 minutes. Stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone, we got 5 stocks. And we don't have any 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Okay, next 75 minutes time frame, stocks near to the 75 minutes supply zone, we got 10 stocks. Let's identify 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. APL Apollo is having a 75 minutes high liquidity zone. Prestige is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. So we got only 2 stocks from this list. So this is about high liquidity zone identification. Next, I will generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. First, starting with monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. In any supply demand zone chain report, always look into the zone column for finding the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones. Always look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. We already learned one time frame higher is ITF, one more time frame higher is HTF. Follow the rules for all the supply demand zone chain reports. Okay, next, generating a weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, I will generate Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Starting with monthly time frame, generating Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So this is Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, I will generate sideways monthly and sideways bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly and daily income trades. First, starting with sideways long trade setup monthly income trade, entry time frame daily, entry is on demand zone, here bullish or bearish or sideways. At entry time frame daily, I am selecting sideways long, zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score 11 for sideways. So we got 4 stocks. Next, sideways short trade setup, daily supply zone, sideways short, no stocks. Next, bullish trade setup, monthly income trade, daily demand zone, bullish, minimum odd enhanced score 12. First 18 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, all entry time frames are daily demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 23 stocks are filtered. Now let's identify high probability trade setup daily demand zones from this list. Based on 2 different zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies, you land in lesson 27. Okay, first, as per the first strategy, LTF and ITF demand zone confluence and ITF EMA confluence. That is daily and weekly demand zone confluence is enabled. We got 17 stocks and all the ITF trend is uptrend. That is weekly trend. So let's further filter based on weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. So this is the final report as per the first strategy. And all these 13 daily demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provided lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next let us generate based on the second strategy. Removing ITF filter. Demand zone confluence. 3 filters I am setting. Daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly demand zone confluence. We got 5 stocks. And in all the 5, again we should further filter based on monthly demand zone with monthly EMA, because monthly trend is uptrend. Let's filter. So we got 4 stocks. So these 4 daily demand zones might be having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, this is bullish trade setup for monthly. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone, supply zone. Here's bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 12. We got 4 stocks. Out of all the entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. Let's filter high probability trade setup supported stocks. As per the first strategy, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence, and then ITF EMA confluence. That is daily and weekly supply zone, and then EMA confluence. 2 are filtered. In both, ITF trend is downtrend, that is weekly trend. So let's further filter based on weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. 1 stock is filtered. So this daily supply zone might be having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next strategy, LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone, and then HTF EMA confluence. Removing ITF EMA. Supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set, daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got only 1 stock, but monthly trend is sideways. Sideways trend EMA does not give any advantage. So we can't treat this as a high probability trade setup zone. Okay, this is a monthly income trade for a bearish trade setup. Next, I will generate weekly income trade reports. Entry time frame 75 minutes, entry time frame demand zone, and then 75 minutes sideways long trade setup, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 11, 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. 75 minutes demand zones are not pierced. So we got 2 stocks supporting sideways long trade setup for weekly income trade. You can plan if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next sideways trade setup for weekly income trade. Changes are 75 minutes supply zone and sideways short. We got 5 stocks, and entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. You should plan trades only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next weekly income trade, bullish trade setup, 75 minutes demand zone, and here bullish and minimum order enhance score 12. First 18 stocks in the list, all the entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 24 stocks are filtered. Out of 24, we should identify high probability trade setup zones, 75 minutes demand zones. First strategy we will apply step by step as per LTF and ITF demand zone, that is 75 minutes and daily demand zone. First 17 stocks and total 19 stocks, and all the entry time frame zones, ITF time frame, that is the daily demand zones, uptrend. So let's further filter based on daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So these 11 stocks, as per the first strategy, these 11 stocks are having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, now let's apply let's find high probability zones based on the second strategy. Removing ITF filter. First step, LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With all the three filters, we got 4 stocks. And in all the 4 stocks, again, weekly trend is uptrend. So let's further filter again. Weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. So 3 stocks are filtered. So these 3 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provided less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Changes are 75 minute supply zone. Here bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and enhanced score 12, 75 minutes. And 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. Pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. So we got 4 stocks. So these 4 75 minute supply zones are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Let's identify high probability trade setup 75 minute supply zones from this list. As per the first strategy, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. We got all the 4 stocks. Again, daily trend is downtrend. Let's again further filter based on daily supply zone having daily EMA confluence. We got 1 stock. So this 75 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success, provided less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next second strategy, let's filter, apply and filter, removing ITF EMA. So first step, LTF, ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly supply zone confluence. With all the filters, we got 3 stocks. But weekly trend is downtrend in only 1 stock. Let's apply any weekly supply zone with weekly EMA on the downtrend stock. Weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. So it is filtered. That means this 75 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is about a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Okay, next let us generate daily income trade reports. Entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone is demand zone. Here at 15 minutes, I am selecting sideways long, zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and enhanced score 11, and 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter, 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means 15 minutes demand zone is not pierced. So 5 stocks are filtered. All these 15 minutes demand zones are supporting sideways long trade setup for daily income trade. You should plan trades only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next sideways short trade setup. The changes are 15 minutes supply zone and here sideways short. Let's filter. We got 3 stocks. All the entry time frame zones are 15 minutes supply zones. You should plan trades only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Changes are 15 minutes demand zone, here bullish, and minimum odd enhanced score 12. So first 16 stocks in the list, all the entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. I'm scrolling the list down. Total 19 stocks are filtered. Out of 19, let's identify high probability trade set of 15 minutes demand zones based on two different strategies. First strategy, let's filter LTF and ITF demand zone confluence and then EMA confluence. First step, 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. First 16 stocks we got, total 18 stocks. And the ITF trend is uptrend. Let's further filter EMA confluence at 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So 3 stocks are filtered. So these 3 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success provided less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Now next let's filter based on the second strategy. Removing ITF EMA. As per the second strategy, LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. By applying all the 3 filters, we got 8 stocks. In all the 8 uptrend stocks, let's further filter based on daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the daily should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. So 5 stocks are filtered. So these 5 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success provided less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zone, bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and enhanced score 12, and 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 6 stocks supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zones. Let's identify high probability trade setup supported 15 minute supply zones using 2 different strategies. Let's apply the first strategy. First step in the first strategy, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence is enabled. Out of 6, we got 5 stocks. And in all the ITF trend, 75 minutes trend is down. Let's again apply EMA confluence at 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. By applying the filter, we got 1 stock. So this 15 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next let us apply the second strategy, high probability trade setup zones. Removing ITF EMA filter, supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set. 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 3 stocks. In all the 3 HTF, daily trend is a downtrend in only 2 stocks. Let's apply in these 2 downtrend stocks if daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the daily should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. So 1 stock is filtered. So this 15 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, the higher chances of zone violation. So this is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, I will generate stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames, starting with the yearly. Price closed inside the yearly demand zone. We got 3 stocks. Next, price closed inside the yearly supply zone, no stocks. Next, half yearly time frame, price closed inside the half yearly demand zone, we got 7 stocks. Next, price closed inside the half yearly supply zone, we got 3 stocks. Next time frame is quarterly, price closed inside the quarterly demand zone, we got 16 stocks. Let's further filter this list based on EMA confluence at quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. We got 9 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the quarterly supply zone. We got 15 stocks. Let's further filter based on quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA confluence. And trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. So we got 4 stocks. Okay, next time frame is monthly. Stocks near monthly demand zone, we got 3 stocks. Next, stocks near to the monthly supply zone, we got 4 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone, first 18 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 22 stocks. Let's further filter based on monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence, and trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 11 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the monthly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 31 stocks are filtered. We can further filter based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence, and also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. So we got 10 stocks. Okay, next time frame is weekly. Stocks near to the weekly demand zone, we got 10 stocks. Next, stocks near to the weekly supply zone, we got 11 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone, first 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 29 stocks. Let's further filter based on weekly demand zones are having weekly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the weekly should not be sideways. We got 16 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the weekly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, .56 stocks are filtered. Let's further filter this list based on weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. Now it is the filtered list, first 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 19 stocks are filtered. Next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near 125 minutes demand zone, we got 8 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 125 minute supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 16 stocks are filtered. Next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 25 minutes. Stocks near 25 minutes demand zone, we got 7 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 25 minute supply zone, we got 10 stocks. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Stocks near 15 minutes demand zone, we got 6 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 15 minute supply zone, we got 3 stocks. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Stocks near 5 minutes demand zone, we got 8 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 5 minute supply zone, we got 13 stocks. So this is stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. Final report, I am generating stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices, remaining all are equity stocks. Scrolling the list down, whichever the stock you want to refer, pause the video, study the stock and then proceed to the next stocks. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.